And as usual, we're live before I know we're live. So I just smile, look pretty. Yep, we're live. Yay! Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Let's see who's going to join us here. Give them a sec to pop on. All right, I am, yay, hey Carrie, hey Leanne, hey Leslie, they're on. All right, I am Lisa Zimmer, doTERRA Blue Diamond, and I have an awesome guest today. I can't wait to share with you. This is Lauren Bush. You guys are Diamond, right?
Yes.
Okay, and we are going to talk to you today about approaching professionals to expand your doTERRA business and the features and benefits of why you want to do that. For those of you that are watching this replay on YouTube, please join my Facebook group where I have over 30,000 doTERRA builders that we train and teach how to build your business more simply, more duplicatably, and all of our trainings in here are free. And so please join us. We have tons of free tools in the Files tab. I go live every single Monday at noon Central Standard Time and share with you, answer questions, tell you about some great, brilliant people that we love to collaborate with that come up with tools that you can add and supplement to your business to make your business better. All right, so we created, I can't even remember when now, at least a year ago, professionals or trifolds for professionals for real estate. I came from a real estate background. I was a successful realtor for 12 years, and I know it's very difficult to approach realtors about doTERRA. Because just to give you a little mindset about some of these professionals, doTERRA is not top of mind awareness for them, and neither is taking care of their health and wellness. But what you can do is learn from us who have experience in those businesses and those settings. You can learn from us and use our tools and trainings on how to approach those people and appeal to them in the way they want to be approached. So for example, realtors care about selling listings, right? And making buyers happy with gifts. And so when you approach real estate professionals, we have an awesome trifold that you can give to the real estate professional, right? To talk to them about selling their listings and using doTERRA to do that. Getting gifts for their clients as they move into their homes. Making their existing business have, some supplemental income in doing the business with you. The reason we want you to approach professionals is because they already have a client base. So it's very easy for you to train a business professional to incorporate doTERRA into their existing business. Eventually, a lot of them fall in love with doTERRA and doTERRA takes over, right? But just like anything else, we have to start small. People love the businesses that they've already built, and you can help supplement that business and their income with doTERRA and teach them to be a business partner and grow your business exponentially because you don't have to find a customer base. They've already got one. You don't have to teach them about how to do business. They already know how to do business. All you have to do is teach them how to do doTERRA. So you can grow bigger, better, faster, and help more people change their lives. So Lauren's going to talk to us a little bit. I would love for you to share your story and how this became your avenue. Yeah. And so a little bit that I want to talk about real quick today is no excuses in your business. And the reason I want to talk about this today is because Lauren is the perfect example of that. All right. So take it away, Missy.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that introduction. So my name is Lauren Bush. My husband and I have 9 kids. And right about the time that we were hitting silver, I thought, oh my goodness, I've tapped out in my doTERRA business. I can remember waking up the morning after we hit silver, and life had just been pummeling us for years. And that morning I woke up and I had a horrible stomach ulcer, and my husband woke up and he's like, we're going to celebrate. You're finally silver. We're going to be able to do doTERRA together one day. And I was like, nope, that was it. Everything I could have done, I've done. How am I going to get any further? I don't have the builders. Our market is tapped out. I'm homeschooling. So I'm home with our kids. I'm not out.
Where you live?
I lived in Delaware. I lived a little tiny state in Delaware, and I just kept looking at all, again, my husband got laid off. We had a daughter with health issues, all these things. And I just was exhausted. I'm sure at the time I should have known better about my O2 Max, but my adrenals were like, white flags. Here we go. We were still giving up. And my husband was like, no, this is our dream. Like, this is what we're going to do. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to pull up my big girl pants and I'm going to figure out some way to make this work, because I am so passionate about doTERRA. I don't want to have to go back to the hospital and work as a nurse. I don't want you to have to go back and work at a different oil refinery and get blown up some other way. I have to find some way to be able to make this work, right? And so we were on a call with our upline, and one of my crossline was talking about her dream avatar. And as she's describing this person, I'm like, well, of course, that's the builder we all want to find, right? We want to find someone who's hardworking, who's entrepreneurial, who's already in the health and wellness space, or who already has a market that to tap into easily. Somebody that wants to bring doTERRA in to complement what they're doing. And as I went back afterwards and like brainstorming, I'm one of those people, like, as I hear things, I have to like think and process. And the more I stew on it, I can find some moment of brilliance in there that I'm like, all right, I have to apply this, right? And I took all these notes from what she was saying, what she was looking for. I'm like, yeah, that's what everybody wants, but where do you find someone like that, right? And that's always our question. How do we find our magic next builder? Like they're sitting out there just waiting for me. And I was like, no, they're not, because if they're entrepreneurial, they're already running a business. And if they're hardworking, they're not home sitting on their couch.
They're already working.
Yes, they're already working. They're not sitting on their couch waiting for me to show up, right? So I have to go out to where entrepreneurial people are, who are hardworking, who are hopefully in the health and wellness space, or at least have a market, which meant business owners. And for me, that was a huge aha moment, because I had to learn how to maximize my time. As a mom at the time, we had 6, which is still a lot of children, right? Some people are still like, I think you're crazy at 6. You had more than that. I had to learn to maximize my time. Every moment that I was away from my kids, I had to be doing something really awesome, not just, putzing around. And then second, we had to grow our business at a pace where I could afford for my husband to be laid off from an oil refinery and be able to bring him into this. And so immediately I started looking up businesses that were around and local to me. I started looking in my own network. I'm like, oh, I know so-and-so coaches a softball team. I know so-and-so is a coach at the high school. I know so-and-so teaches yoga classes. And just really starting to re-look at the people that I was already either working with or hoping to approach, and then changing the perspective. And just like what Lisa just mentioned, the whole difference between working with a professional versus maybe a traditional wellness advocate that we start at the customer route and we're working our way up, is you have to immediately find how it applies to what they're already doing versus starting from scratch, right? So if I want to work with a real estate agent and I'm like, let's go teach health and wellness, and they're like, and I'm selling a house, it's just not going to mix, right? They're going to be like,
I was there. I remember.
Yeah.
I didn't take care of myself. I don't care about my health and wellness. That's why I'm not sick.
You're in a high stress job, right?
But I'll buy that to sell my listings.
Yes.
Then win me over.
Yeah. So that has to be the goal. That has to be the mindset shift of how do you look for how this best benefits their business versus how do you look at this of how do we start someone on their health and wellness journey. And at the minute that you can show a professional, hey, this is applicable to your business, this is applicable to your customers, your patients, your clients, whomever is coming to them to receive the service that they offer. The minute that you can show that, it takes like a huge weight off their shoulders. You can't make it look like something extra, because like Lisa just mentioned, if you're a real estate agent,
work,
right, no extra work. You're already having so much time where they know how to work hard, but they don't have more hours popping up in their week. So if you show them like, I have all these extra things for you to do, they're going to be like, I don't have the time right now, right? Yeah. So it's really looking at what are the needs of the people that are coming to them? Like why do they have customers or clients or patients coming to them? And then showing them, this is how we're going to integrate this into your business. This is such an easy, calm fit. I've got all the solutions. Yeah, easy.
No extra time, but extra income.
100%.
Yes. Slide it right into whatever you're doing. Hear those words, people. I love to focus on the words because the words we use will make or break you. And it's easy. Just incorporate it into what you already do. No big deal. I steal that from my friend Paulina. No big deal. Yep.
And it sets you apart. It gives people another reason to come to you versus your competition. They're going to come to you and they're going to want to refer friends to you because they're going to be like, wow, nobody else in this field does this. You're going to want to come to them. You're going to want to see them. They're going to see you're upping their service that they're providing to their people without having to up the extra work time that they're putting in. So it's a
And
huge bonus for them.
there's multiple ways that you can do this too. For example, I had a chiropractor. I say had, right? Because not everybody gets the vision. But even though I had a chiropractor, we have multiple chiropractors, but the one I'm thinking of, right? We approached them. They never actually did the business. I got exposure to their entire network. And one of my biggest builders, most dedicated builders now, who's silver, um, is or almost, no, she's silver, is from that, a patient from that. So even though that chiropractor never clicked with it, never got it, I have a qualifying leg for diamond, right? And they're even a backup builder in my first leg, that's my qualifier for blue. And the point is, you can work with those professionals to turn them into the builder, or their exposure and referral resource, even if they never totally got it, is a huge opportunity for you to tap into, right? Maybe they just end up wanting their oils for free. You want to offer that service to draw more people into their regular business. It doesn't matter, whatever pathway they choose, it's still a huge benefit because you're getting exposure to more people. And our mission to get oils in every single home can't be done by ourselves, right? Get exposure to that network. And even if they don't want to do the business, don't want to teach classes, just we'll teach you how to maximize that referral resource. So Lauren, what Lauren does, right? I saw the trifolds and come up with the tools. That's my area of expertise, right? So we have the trifold series. The professional trifolds are all updated. They're on the website. If you just got them recently, you got an email with an update because you didn't even have time to use them right before the kits changed. If you didn't get that email, just email me. But all the trifolds are updated with the new kits. What Lauren did was Lauren reached out to me a while ago. It took us a while for us to get together, but she's like, hey, I've been training people how to approach these businesses. I have PowerPoints, I have a training program, I have a group where we support them. And I've been promoting your trifolds because that is the tool that is getting us in the door, right? And so it's helping us and the people we're training build their confidence to make that call, to show up to when they're at the doctor's appointment, right? It's way easier to open that conversation and whip out the medical professional trifold and begin that conversation when you have a tool that you can hand to them, builds confidence. And now I'm teaching them how to, all the scripts, what to say. So Lauren has what's it called?
The Approaching Professionals program.
Approaching Professionals program. And so what she's done is broken it down for everyone. So tell them a little bit about that, how you've got a couple packages and then the group package that is extra discounted for the whole set. Because if you're going to be one, like what I don't love people doing is spending themselves out of business. So that's also where Lauren and I collaborated, right? Because a lot of these programs I'm seeing costs a lot. So I got with Lauren and I said, hey, our goal is to get oils in every home, make these affordable for every single level of builder in doTERRA. A lot of these training programs are $200, $300, $400. It's not necessary to spend that much, right? For $20 or $15 each, you can get our trifolds and then tell them how reasonable your program is, Lauren.
Perfect. So yeah, so we broke our training down into a couple different packages. That way, if you know, okay, when I think of my network or what I think is available, in my area, because it's always best to start with what's close by you. When you start looking at what's around you, maybe you notice there's a certain pattern, or you look at, hey, I know a lot of people who do yoga. I know a lot of chiropractors. It's my zone of genius, right? One of the things I teach in my training is if you've never been to a chiropractor, it's really hard to approach a chiropractor. To start building that relationship, yeah. Like, what do you do? You're going to tell them, oh, do you crack people's backs? And they're going to get offended, right? So find your area that you feel really comfortable in and start working there. So we broke our packages down into a couple different areas. One, we have wellness professionals. So think of like the yoga instructor, the nutritionist, things like that. Then we have medical professionals. So nurses and doctors and dentists and all that fun stuff. Beauty professionals. So how to approach a salon, a spa, an esthetician, you're a lash artist, your makeup artist. And then we have a mastering the approach package. So each of the smaller packages, we have 3 to 4 professionals in each of those. And those are, that package is $39.99. And then we have the Mastering the Approach package, which is $79.99, but it is all 3. It has all of the beauty professionals. It has all of the medical professionals. It has all of the wellness professionals. Plus it has, at this point, I think it has 8 bonus. So teachers, real estate agents, all the extras that didn't fit into those other 3 packages.
And for those of you that know our products, you're all like, oh, I have that trifold. Oh, I have that trifold. Yes, you do.
And the trifold, for me, the reason I had to reach out to you is because when I first started, when I first was like, all right, I'm going after businesses, I was on Google and I'm looking up all the, who's close to me, who's next to me, going through checking through my list, right? And I was pulling tear sheets. I was ordering from all over the place, and I'm trying to put really good, concise packages together as I went to these professionals and trying to figure out, what do I say to them? And then how does the packet that I am giving to them show what I said really easily, right? An easy flow.
And just enough, like just enough information so they're not like, whatever.
Yeah. So my first packages that I dropped off, I never heard anything from, because it was so much stuff. Because because input is my number one. And I'm like, yes, you want to know all the things I know. And they're like,
no, they don't.
Nope. No. Right. And so then coming across your trifolds, I'm like, this is simplicity. This is not only enough about oils and why oils are pertinent to your business, but it was the walkthrough. It was everything I would say in my presentations, everything I was teaching other people to do, but you had it in a trifold. So how much easier was it to grab that trifold and approach your professional? And I love what you always teach people, just to be prepared, ready to go, right? Those trifolds are small enough that you can tuck them in a bag. So if you're in your doctor's office and they're like, really, I don't know how oils apply to me. And you're like, and for medical professionals, right? You pull out that trifold, like, I'm ready to go. It's something that you could have on your person, versus the folders I had originally created. They're not going to fit in your bag. You'd have to have a whole backpack.
Open it,
yeah. Right.
So like, I have ADD so bad, super successful, entrepreneurial, high function. You give me a folder, but you give me that, and it's enough to flip it. Keywords catch my attention, but a folder, I probably won't even open it.
Yeah, get right to the point. That's with the trifold.
Totally normal with most successful people have some form of ADD, ADHD. It's why they're able to do what they do, and so it's one of those things where people don't realize they're not going to sit for 20 minutes and read something. It's not going to happen. But it's also so simple for us, being a beginner advocate. I love the testimonials that are coming in, like for the dental, right? Like I spent, I don't know what the dental is, $20, right? I spent $20 and I enrolled my dentist at my next doctor's appointment. It's not like they were, mastering dental professionals, but they took the trifolds and the training, and they were like, I did it. And that's what we want. We want to give people the confidence. So now that they've done that, they're like, now I have the confidence to approach other dental professionals and talk to their dental professional about the next time they go to a convention, right? Taking the dental professional trifolds and turning them into your master builder.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, it's been the last week, I think the last 2 weeks, especially, the testimonials have been pouring in like even faster. And I think what it is it's not just, it's having the confidence to go do it. So it's one, to have the materials. It's 2, to feel like, listen, all the kinks were worked out. Every question that I could have had, I have those questions answered. I've gone through the training. I have my tools in my hand. And then on top of that, watching the testimonials come into the group of sharing, like, guys, I did it. I went to my dentist's office and everybody's like, she did it. I can do it. Right. And I love the masterminding that's going on. So it doesn't matter the rank. That's
what I want to hear too. Is so I'm super, super picky, which is why it took us a year to collaborate with Lauren. Like, I watch people and make sure, do they have the advocate's best interests in mind, or are they just trying to sell a 300, like yours isn't 300, but obviously I saw one that was, right? Are they just trying to sell a $300 one-time package? I'm a quintuple presidential and I'm going to tell you how to whatever, right? And I'm like, I want people that I collaborate with to have ongoing support. And so you have that, right? So that if someone's in a program, they can chat. Like, how did you approach the dental professional? Is that the environment you have going on there?
Yes, and they like collaborating. So I know it
Yep.
was really sweet. We had a girl last week. She just got her dentist office enrolled. The whole office, not just the dentist, all the staff got enrolled. He was so excited after she had handed, I guess she had given the trifold, and he was like, yeah, let's do a lunch. She came in, she went off with the presentation that I gave her, had the trifolds to hand out. The entire office is enrolling, and then she's sharing that experience and then watching everyone else in the group be like, all right, what did you do? And she's like, I followed the presentation that I was told to follow. Like, it was that simple,
I
guys.
did what I was told.
Yes, I did what I was told to do, and it works,
Yeah.
right? And then to see everybody else like, oh, so it really does work, and you just did it, and now I can go do it too, right? It's
Yep.
just the confidence and cheering each other on. Like somebody's like, I'm presenting to my OB today, and everybody's like, yeah, come on, do it, and cheering each other on. I think that it's fun when you have a team. It's even more fun when you're just getting started and maybe you don't know your team that well, but to have a whole extra team behind you cheering you on and telling you how awesome it can be.
And this collaboration between Lauren and I is the perfect example of how I want you all to, I want you to have the same mindset as you're building your businesses, because collaborating, right? Because we can't do it all. And so you want to find your expert network. You want to find people that you dive with, whether it's downline, crossline, upline, completely different. Like Lauren and I are not associated in any way, shape, or form in doTERRA. We just found each other. Like I had the trifolds that would make her training program, like it opens the door.
Yep.
So that the training program she created has the tool, right? Why duplicate our efforts, right? She was like, you already got it. Let's just use what you got. And in 2020, we were going to build how to do all the trainings. Well, guess what? I don't want to. I like creating tools.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm really good at that.
And I'm
so
horrible at
like,
graphics. I'm horrible at graphics. It is so not my
we,
thing. Yeah.
we do all that.
Yep.
And collaborate. Learn to collaborate, whether it's working with your customers, right? Collaborate. Find your customers in your downline that have had success with LLV and collaborate. Grab them and get them on a video in your members group about LLV. If they're the one, like, I don't know all the ins and outs of LLV. I love that it works, right? I recently learned that LLV, you get $90 a day worth of fruits and vegetables in your LLV, right? I learned that from a customer who loves LLV and watches everything, right? Learn to collaborate, just like Lauren and I, whether it's with your customers, with your builders, with people you meet at leadership, with people you meet at Healthy Habits Tour. Learn to make friends in doTERRA, and because we literally are better together, right? I was able to get the trifold in people's hands so that they had the confidence to approach them. But then to be able to do Lauren's program where when they get invited to, let's go ahead and do a lunch and learn. And then people are like, I already gave them the trifold, crud, what do I do now, right? Collaborate. I'm really big on this, communicate, collaborate, right? And duplicate. That's really our business. And so we got a short video today because I got to run to another appointment, but I want to make sure I'll go back and post in a little bit the link to Lauren's program. And it's no special link. What is it, Lauren? It's just Approaching Professionals?
Yeah, it's holisticessentials.org/approaching professionals. And we have a special Zimmer coupon. Is it okay if I mention that?
Oh, you do? Okay, cool.
Yes. Perfect. So right now it's we have lifetime always for Lisa's group. It's 15% off, and that's just what would Zimmer do? WWZD is your coupon code for this.
Oh, yay!
Yes, for this week we're going to do a special since it's BOGO week. We're going to do WWZD 25. So you guys are actually going to get 25% off the course, and that will run for the rest of the week. So
I probably should have asked you about that before, but it's like I don't want to ask her for a discount for my group because this is just a true collaboration where.
No, this is what we want, because again, I remember that feeling. I remember feeling like I'm stuck, right? And there's no excuse that should stop you from doing your doTERRA business. So we want to take away any excuse. Or I don't have anybody left. I don't have the time. We're eliminating that with the trifolds and the training. You're going to know exactly what to do. You've got a whole new group of people to reach out to. So your market's not limited, and you have all the support you need, all the people cheering you on behind you. So let's eliminate the excuses, maximize your time.
Will you do me a favor? Will
Yes.
you private message me exactly what I can just copy and post with the links and the website
100%.
and the coupon
Yeah.
and all that? And I'll do that real quick before I go to my next meeting. That would be amazing.
Absolutely. I'll get that right to you.
Thank you, Lauren. So no excuses, right? 9 kids, approaching professionals, building doTERRA, and now where you live, where do you live now?
I live in
Utah.
So if you want to say market tapped out, I live right next to Kelly Wilson and Justin Harrison. So watch it.
She lives in doTERRA land, right? Right there. And so no excuses. 9 kids, lives in the heart of Utah, right by top leaders, right by corporate. Yeah. And no excuses, right? I learned my work ethic from my mom and dad, literally. My mom yesterday, we had Christmas giving, which is Christmas and Thanksgiving, because they leave for Florida here in a week or two. And we're getting ready to go to Christmas giving and find out that my mom was in ER most of the night with blood clots. And we're like, we will cancel Christmas giving. Nope, still had Christmas giving, right? She's on painkillers and doing her hair and her makeup, and everybody's pitching in to get dinner ready, and no excuses, right? I learned that from my mom. No excuses. It doesn't matter if it's Christmas giving or a class presentation. We recently had a builder post. I twisted my ankle so bad I couldn't even walk, but I went to my class anyway and got 3 enrollments, right? Here's the thing. We can use these things that happen to us as excuses to not do our business, or we can use them as reasons to motivate us to do our business, right? My mom's motivation is they're getting older and she wanted to be there for her family. My motivation that I continue to do doTERRA no matter what's going on, right? I want to show up here today, even though I have to leave for the hospital a little bit, right? Because now she's in the hospital. It's not an excuse. It's my motivation to continue to show up here today and compartmentalize what's going on in my life so that I can do all the things, right? Because I am motivated to do doTERRA so that now I can have the rest of the day and night to spend with my mom, right? But if I didn't fight through these moments and still focus on my doTERRA, I'd be in real estate or I'd be in an office setting, and I would not be able to leave my job to go spend that valuable time with my mom. So remember that you will have to sacrifice and make some choices, but if you continue to fight through, you will have the luxury of being able to do these things and be there for your family when you need to be, or go on vacation, or go to your kids' stuff at school, right? Because you don't have to go to that cubicle today. You can do doTERRA. So push through and don't use those things that happen as excuses to not do your doTERRA business. Let them fuel your fire so that you make sure that you still do your doTERRA business. 9 kids, dad with cancer, not anymore, father-in-law with cancer, mom in the hospital, but we still show up and do doTERRA so that we can be there for them in our real life. So anyway, passionate about that today. I don't love excuses. I want people to push through so that you can have the lifestyle that Lauren and I have, and have the luxury of getting to spend and be home with our 9 kids, or going to the hospital when you need to. So anyway, thanks, Lauren, for coming today. I really appreciate it. We'll get all that done in the next few minutes for you guys. We'll post that to the top of here. This video will be saved and then loaded to YouTube. And please join us every Monday at noon Central Standard Time, where we teach you how to do your business better, simpler, create the tools for you, and find the experts in these areas so that we can get oils in every home. Happy oiling, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, Lauren. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Bye.